know what I saw that night. I saw it. I thought I was either dreaming or having some kind of hallucination.
That thing must have been at least 8 foot tall, maybe taller. Very athletic looking, very muscular. I would say the arms were 3 feet across.
And I seen this thing crossing the road, and it looked like it was probably 7.5 feet tall, maybe. And I mean, this thing was huge.
Welcome back to Squatch Ranger Files, episode 60. That theme song that you just heard, Unlock the Unknown, it's kind of interesting. We just rearranged the song. It's the same song that I've been playing for years, Unlock the Unknown, but now it has new instrumentation to it. It's the same melody, same lyrics, same song, but kind of the instruments are kind of rearranged. So if you fast forwarded through the theme song today, please rewind, listen to it again, see if you notice some of the changes and some of the differences. Also, we have a few new sound bites. Please go back and listen to it again. So I am kind of proud of the new rearranged theme song, Unlock the Unknown. Check it out. We have expanded the show to the Spotify for Creators platform, and we are very excited to be here. Spotify for Creators helps the show reach Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and many more. We hope to grow our audience and are able to continue to bring you the latest Bigfoot reports from around the country. The show has also been added to the Amazon Music app under the podcast section. We are also very excited to be a part of the Amazon community. If you are a new listener to the show, welcome! You are now an official Squatch Ranger. Your duties include have an open mind, ask questions, trust but confirm, and always seek the truth. Thanks for joining the show. Alright, first order of business here. I want to talk about the annual Bigfoot Festival and Conference back in October here in Oklahoma. Our main conference of the state, our main Bigfoot conference, has been called the annual Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference. It's been like that for 10 plus years. So this past fall, I did not attend, but I just wanted to give a quick report because I am stationed in Oklahoma and I have several Bigfoot friends in my Bigfoot circles that are involved in that conference and go and attend the conference. So I wanted to give a report, and I haven't been on here in a while on the podcast show, so I'm back, and I feel like I need to get this out there. So first off, it was actually the first Bigfoot at the 40 Festival and Conference this year. So it's got a new name. It's mostly all the same management. There was just a couple of different people that aren't involved in the conference anymore, and they happen to have the name Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference tied to these people that are no longer involved in the conference or the festival. So these people moved along, stepped to the side, and so the management still left, decided to change the name to Bigfoot at the 40 Festival and Conference, still held in the same location it's been for years, which is Christ 40 Acres in Honobia, Oklahoma. Beautiful campgrounds, beautiful campsite, beautiful backdrop for a Bigfoot conference. Beautiful. It's amazing. Anyway, there was some confusion because the people that stepped to the side, they took the name with them, Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference, and on their website and on some of their social media, they were kind of putting it out there that the Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference was over with, it's terminated, it's no longer going forward. That left people thinking, oh, well, there's just no conference to go to in the fall. And that wasn't completely true. It's just not under that specific name, Honobia Bigfoot Festival and Conference. Yes, there's not going to be a conference under that name any longer. There still is going to be a conference. Mostly all the same people are involved, just a couple of people at the top stepped to the side and are no longer involved. I'm not going to get into all of the whys and reasons and all that kind of stuff, but just know that every year, if you go to Honobia, Oklahoma, and you go to Christ 40 Acres, there's going to be a Bigfoot conference. It's going to be called Bigfoot at the 40 Festival and Conference. As a matter of fact, they do have a website. I'll just go ahead and post a link to their website on the description of this video and podcast. And also, I wanted to say that it was from October 4th through 6th, back in 2024, back in the fall. And the festival portion, the arts and crafts and the food vendors, they all did very well. They did very well. They changed some things. They let them stay open longer hours for the food, and the food vendors could stay open longer, and the arts and crafts tables could stay open longer. So on that side of it, the festival did well. Now, the conference part, where they brought in the Bigfoot speakers, speaking about Sasquatch and giving their lectures and all that, that was actually down in attendance. And I think it was because of the miscommunication, the confusion. People weren't sure if the conference was still happening because it was posted that there was no conference at all, stuff like that. So that portion was actually down in attendance. Usually that room where they hold the conference in the dining hall of the church grounds is filled. Like, sometimes there's been years where it's been standing room only. So it was not filled this year. The report that I got from my friends, it was down in attendance. So hopefully we will get that back up next year. We'll get the word out. You can help me spread the word that there will be some kind of a Bigfoot conference and festival in Honobia, Oklahoma. It'll just be under the name of Bigfoot at the 40. All right, let's go to listener comments from a previous episode. This comes from Squatch Ranger Files, episode 59. EB writes, "Excellent breakdown on the trail camera picture. Plus, great job on the 2 other eyewitness interviews. Love the animated graphics." Thank you, EB. He's one of my top listeners who always writes into the show. So thank you for the kind words. And yes, in that last episode, we kind of looked at a trail camera photo that someone sent in to us. And it was actually a very, very fascinating photo. I thought it was going to get more traction and more momentum, and more people were going to see it and share it and spread it around on the internet, on social media. And it just didn't happen the way that I pictured. It just didn't get the traction that I thought it was going to get. Because I really think it's very possible this is the real deal, a side profile face or head of a Bigfoot in the shot. But a lot of people were just left kind of baffled and, I don't know, I guess not as impressed as I was. Not as convinced as I was. All right, Casey Jude 5472 writes, "Missed your videos. Glad you're still going. Great episode. Thanks for posting." Thank you, Casey Jude 5472. I hope you're listening to this episode. It's been a while since I posted that last episode, but I'm back again. Every once in a while I have to take a long break from Squatch Ranger Files, but I do try to get it in every chance I get. And so I had a timeline where I had a chance to do an episode, so here I am. Red Dirt Cryptid Investigations writes, "Well done. I am in agreement with you that this could possibly be a photo of a Sasquatch. Unfortunately, in the current era of artificial intelligence, it's going to be hard to prove anything anymore. LOL. This is a great video, and I think those are some pretty interesting photos for sure." Thank you, Red Dirt Cryptid Investigations. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think this photo, I really do think it's so fascinating. It really does look like it's the real deal. I don't think this person photoshopped. It's not AI. It's not an AI photo. I really don't think so. But he brought up the artificial intelligence and AI. So I really don't, I've used some AI. I have a little bit of experience using AI. And it's not as easy as you think it is to get something that looks realistic on AI, not in the beginning phases. So that made me think of this funny meme that I saw a while back, and so I wanted to share it here, so I'll put it up on the screen. I got this from the Funny Sarcastic Memes Facebook page, and the poster writes, "While it is impossible to say with certainty if this photo is AI or not, I have circled some subtle clues that may help you make your decision." So take a look at this poster here. Like I said, I've used AI before, and I've used it for this program to provide some Bigfoot pictures and photos, like just for the show, just to have some art. And the early phases of AI, you know, if I was to say, like, give me a brown Bigfoot walking, I've had photos where it had 3 legs. The Bigfoot had 3 legs. I've had photos where it had extra fingers. I've had photos where it had 3 eyes, or the eyes just didn't look right, or the mouth doesn't look right. So AI is not as easy as you think it would be, especially in the beginning parts. Now, I think it's starting to catch up and starting to look better and better and better. And so, yeah, it is going to get harder and harder and harder as time goes on. But back when this photo came out, I think AI was still I think the AI creators were still figuring out the algorithms, or whatever you would want to say, to make it more realistic. So anyway, enjoy that funny meme. Look at the circled areas, and I think you'll catch the mistake in the AI. It's supposed to be pretty funny. It is funny. All right. Please share your encounter story with us. All you have to do is email squatchranger@gmail.com. I would love to share your story, your Bigfoot encounter, or maybe one of your friends or family members' Bigfoot encounter on this program. I would love to hear from you. Speaking of submitting into the show, I had a viewer write into the show. Eric C. submitted an email and shared his track findings in Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge from November 2021. We've talked about Stinchcombe on this show a bunch. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a eyewitness report from Stinchcombe today on this episode. We talk about it all the time. If you're kind of new, Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge is about 1,000-acre refuge close to Oklahoma City. Very, very close to Oklahoma City. I always say that Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge is kind of a rest stop for the Sasquatch as they're traveling down the North Canadian River. They use Stinchcombe as a resting area for temporary purposes, and then they get on their merry way and continue traveling throughout Oklahoma. So that's what I think's going on in Stinchcombe. Anyway, Eric C. did not have a measuring tool on him at the time of discovering the tracks, but he guessed that the tracks were around 12 inches when comparing next to his own size 11.5 men's shoe. I inserted a 12-inch ruler next to the track. So this is what a 12-inch ruler would look like next to the track if it was 12 inches, in fact, indeed. So then I duplicated the 12-inch ruler and rotated it to try and get an unofficial measurement of the width. And so the width was around 6 inches or so. So that puts it in that category, that equation of a Bigfoot's track, the width should be half of the total length. So 6 inches would be half of 12 inches, if in fact it was 12 inches like he was guessing. So very, very interesting track. You do see some toes in there. You got a good width. So I think, Eric C., I think you're onto something. Thank you for submitting the picture of your tracks. All right, well, let's get into the episode. Here is Squatch Ranger Files, episode 60. Enjoy. Number 1. Couple experiences something rocking a pickup truck. 1974, Southwest District, Oklahoma County, Oklahoma. Class B sighting. This happened in 1974. The gentleman just bought a truck when he turned 16. He and his girlfriend drove out to the perimeter road. He told me he didn't think that Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge was called that at the time, but he remembers parking sometime after 10 o'clock. He and his girlfriend were kind of making out on the front seat when something large hit the bed of the truck and rocked it violently from side to side. He told me it was a moonlit night, so he sat up and looked around and did not see anything. He did not think it was people or kids that might have done it, nor a deer, because it rocked so hard that he and his girlfriend were pretty frightened. The girl wanted to go home, so he and his girlfriend took off in a big hurry. He was always frustrated because this incident messed up his plans with his girlfriend. He remembers it to this day. The report from the White Witch of Stinchcombe YouTube video reminded him of this incident. He lived 2 blocks down the road from the area. He fished and hunted it when he was younger. The eyewitness never had any kind of incident like that since, but he sure felt it was something different and felt like maybe it could have been a Bigfoot looking back on it. Follow up. NOBRO investigators report. This sighting occurred in the area of Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge in 1974, before it was known under its current name. The area was originally called the River Road. The city of Oklahoma City established the land as Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge in 1983. It was originally the homestead of Lee Stinchcombe, an early Oklahoma City leader. Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge is roughly 1,000 acres of hiking trails with 2 marshes. The North Canadian River splits the refuge in 2 and is a very popular place for hikers, dog walkers, and bicyclists. The Stinchcombe Wildlife Refuge is known for having multiple Bigfoot sightings. The eyewitness did not think about the strong source of the truck moving to be caused from a Bigfoot. It wasn't until years later that he pieced together that this could have been a Sasquatch-related event. The witness did not feel that a human or teenagers playing a prank would have been strong enough to produce the power and strength required to shake his pickup truck. Black bear are not reported or sighted in this area, so the chances of it being a bear are highly unlikely. The eyewitness still has this event in his memory, and the power it took to shake his truck has made a lasting impression on him. Number 2. Bigfoot steals pig from family farm. 1991, Northwest District, Dewey County, Oklahoma. Class C. Sighting. The reporting party, CG of Yukon, shared this sighting report at a NOBRO presentation at the Yukon Library on October 24th, 2024. Her cousin grew up on a farm near Leedy, Oklahoma. When her cousin was 12 years old, she heard the pigs squealing loudly in their outdoor pen one cold evening in early winter. She looked out her bedroom window and saw a very large creature with dark brown hair step over the 4-foot pig pen fence, grab a grown pig, step back over the fence, and walk into the woods behind their house with the pig under its arm. She got a good look at the creature, as it was not quite dark yet outside. This happened in the early 1990s. Follow up. NOBRO investigators report. This report was submitted to the 2 NOBRO investigators at the Yukon, Oklahoma Library presentation on October 24th, 2024. Number 3. Man sees light gray creature cross Highway 303. 2010. Washington County, Arkansas. Class A, daytime sighting. I was going to school in the winter of 2010 to 2011. While making my way down Highway 303 south to Highway 412, I saw a large bipedal being take approximately 3 to 4 steps across the highway, and it disappeared up a hill, heading to the crest. The creature was very tall and a light gray color. This happened near Spring Valley, Arkansas. Follow-up NOBRO investigators report. This eyewitness came forward at the NOBRO presentation at the Grove Public Library in Grove, Oklahoma on October 16, 2024. The eyewitness also presented a track casting to the audience, picture included in the report. The cast was part of another story, which the witness found the track on a separate piece of land, unrelated to his visual sighting. The two NOBRO investigators on site took the witness report. Number 4. Police Department notified of Bigfoot sighting. 2023. Southwest District, Oklahoma County, Oklahoma. Class A, nighttime sighting. At 11:42 p.m. on February 19, 2023, the City of Choctaw Police Department was dispatched to investigate a sighting of a Bigfoot creature in Choctaw Creek Park. The witness reported they saw the creature chasing deer in the park, and it ran across the street out of sight. The witness requested an officer meet them at the scene of the sighting as soon as possible. The witness met 2 officers at the scene at 11:53 p.m. and described the creature as approximately 7 feet tall with brown hair, no neck, and red eyes. The officers took the report and searched the area, but could not find the creature. Follow-up NOBRO investigators report. This sighting report was brought to the attention of the 2 NOBRO investigators at a library presentation in Choctaw in October of 2024. They were shown a copy of the transcript of the Choctaw Police Department radio traffic log from the incident that had been posted on Facebook by the Choctaw Police Department the day after the sighting. Number 5. Possible fossilized Bigfoot prints. 2023. Southeast District, Johnston County, Oklahoma. Class B, footprints. On November 22, 2023, an eyewitness reached out to NOBRO via Facebook Messenger and informed our group that he had found what he believes to be petrified Bigfoot tracks captured in the stone bed of the Blue River near Tishomingo, Oklahoma. The witness took several pictures and video of the tracks he found, included in report. The witness did not have a ruler for measurement at the time, but used a fishing pole in his own foot for size comparison. The witness wears size 11 shoes. Follow-up NOBRO investigators report. The witness returned to the site and provided more photos and video using measuring tape for a more accurate size measurement. The tracks appear to be 14 to 15 inches in length and 8.5 to 9 inches in width. These tracks are wider than the average human's width measurements of the foot. NOBRO is still researching these alleged petrified tracks and is still in contact with experts in the subject area of geology in attempt to try and get an estimated age of these tracks. This case is still ongoing. Number 6. Man sees Bigfoot while walking two dogs. 2024. Ozark, Missouri. Class A nighttime sighting. I live near Patrick Bridge, about 100 yards from my house when I went to walk the dogs. One alerted to my right in the woodline, and the other alerted to the left woodline. In the middle is a power line. I shined my flashlight. Unfortunately, it was my house light at about 150 lumens, and saw something stopped on the left woodline in mid-stride. Then the dog, the one on the left, tried to go after what was stopped, and the dog on the right wanted to get something in the right woodline. I shined my light at the 6 to 7 foot orange Bigfoot. It was going back into the woodline. I thought since I'm unarmed, it might be best if we went inside. I just moved in 2 months ago, and this is the third weird event. Follow up. NOBRO investigators report. This witness lives in Ozark County, Missouri, near Patrick Bridge, which is located on State Highway H, where it intersects with the North Fork River. The Patrick Bridge Access Campground is also nearby. The witness was asked for more details. The witness indicated there wasn't much more to add to the report. This lasted like 15 seconds. We were on our walk for about 2 minutes. The witness was asked if any other activity had occurred around the property. He responded, "They seem to be around every 2 to 3 weeks for a few days. This deer season, I just moved into my house 2 months ago, there was nothing. 2 possible sightings and 2 noises." This area has only 2 other Bigfoot sightings in Ozark County, according to the BFRO database. The Class A report, number 5085, from the BFRO website, was northwest of this report around the Gainesville, Missouri area in 1985. Thanks everybody for listening to the show. I enjoyed bringing you the 6 Bigfoot reports today. Let 2025 be a year for great Bigfoot activity, reports, and sightings. Be safe out there, my friends, and keep squatching.